Python data types. The data stored in memory can be of many types in Python. Since everything is an object in Python programming, data types are actually classes and variables are instances of these classes. So the data types we have in Python, basically you'll talk about the numeric ones, the string, the sequence, the mapping, the boolean, and the set. And the classes we'll be looking at are, inside of numeric you have int, float, and complex. We will look at string, list, tuple, dictionary, set, and boolean, like you know very much, which are true and false. So let's get to this quickly. The first types are the numeric ones. So if I create a variable called x, or let's call it num1, so it's just easy for us to understand, and I assign this to 40, and num2, I assign this to 45.9, and num3, I assign this to something like 20, plus 2j. Now let's print them out to see what they are respectively. So if I bring out my print statement here and I print out the type of num1, we know the output, so there's no need for us to check what they are. Let's just check their type. This will direct us properly. You can see num1 is a class of int, so num1 is an integer. What if we try this with num2? You see, num2 is a class of float. And what if we try this with num3? And num3 is a class called complex. So you see, the three data types, the data types in Python, when you talk about the numeric ones, you have three types. You have the integer, you have the float, and you have the complex. The next one is called a list. A list is an ordered collection that holds similar or different values, and they are mutable. So let's create a quick list. Let's call these let's say numbers 1 is equal to. So to create a list in Python, you use the square bracket, and now you can put in values. So let's use some programming languages. Let's say Java, Swift, Python that we're doing now, and PHP, which I love. Okay. Now, first thing first, let's check the type. So type of numbers one. Okay. I'm going to clear the output here so it's new. And you can see it's a class of list. So let's put that in front. This is a list. And because it is a list, you can actually access the values. So what if we want to print out Swift? All we need to do is go 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So if you've done some other programming languages before, you will understand that the computer starts counting from 0. So Java here is at index 0, and this is at index 1, because it is ordered. So if we say 1, what do we get when we do 1? Oh, sorry, I'm doing type. Not the type now. We want to get the value. And as you can see, we have Swift. Okay? Now, we also have another type, and it's called a tuple. So let's call these numbers 2. And a tuple is similar to a list. The only difference between a list and a tuple is that in a tuple, you cannot change the values. So let's assign values to our tuple. I'll start with Microsoft. I'm just going to use some big corporations. Sony, Sharp, and let's try one more, LG. Now let's get the type of numbers 2. Let's see what the program calls it to be. So I'm going to say type, sorry, that's in capital letter, type numbers 2, and let's see what type it is. Clear the output, and as you can see, it's a class tuple. So let's call it what it is. It is a tuple. A tuple is similar to a list. The only difference is that though it is ordered, you cannot modify the value. Now we also have another type called a set. So I'll call this numbers 3. A set is unordered, that is, there is no index. That's just the difference. There is no index when you use a set, and we use curly braces to work with sets. So I will start with 111, 112, 113, 114. Okay, so let's check the type to be sure it is a set. I'm going to clear the output, run this. As you can see, it says class set. So this is a set. We will go deep in all these in subsequent videos, but for now, it's just for us to understand what they are and what they can do. The next one is dictionaries. Dictionaries are like your multi-dimensional array because they have key value pair. So let's go. I will do something called city is equal to, then we use the curly braces similar to set, but the difference here is that we have key value pairs. So I would say Nigeria, and you have Abuja. We have Italy, and the capital is, or a big city there is Rome. Togo, we have Lomé. And let's try one more. Qatar, we have Doha. Now let's check the type of city. So if I do city and I run this, oh, I didn't save that. Save, clear output, rerun it. As you can see, is a class dict. Dict stands for dictionary. So I will just call it dictionary, and I'll also put dict in front, so you know that they are the same. You see, so we have the numeric ones, 3 numbers, integer, float, and complex. We have the list, tuple, set, and dictionary. We also have our popular and favorite one, the string. So precious. Type of name is what? Is str. So this is a string. Also, let's see if we can get our boolean. So let's go. So I will say something like hungry is equal to true. Okay, for the purpose of this, we will skip this for now. But what I want you to understand is that we have the numbers, we have the list, the tuple, the set, and the dictionary. And in subsequent videos, so it doesn't get too long, we are going to touch on these data types in depth and the other data types that we have in Python. See you guys.